Hello guys, today we are talking about async and await. Okay, so these are terms that I've come across a lot of times and also asynchronous, and I always read about them and I always forget about it. Okay, so that's not cool, and I think this time I've really understood them very properly after reading some analogies and stuff, of course. So I'm just gonna explain it over here so that I never forget and maybe you understand something from it too. Alright, so let's get started. Basically, it starts with an analogy. Okay, imagine there's a chef and he is toasting bread. So he puts his bread in the toaster, and it's gonna take 2 minutes for the toaster to toast the bread. So he simply waits for it to toast and sits idle, right? We clearly get where we're going over here. And he doesn't do anything else. Okay, this is synchronous. After the bread is toasted, he removes the bread and then applies the jam. Okay, so this is how synchronous tasks or synchronous programs work. Now, coming to asynchronous, what he would do is that instead of sitting idle, of course, he would do something else. Say, prepare the jam. Okay, I don't know why he would want to prepare the jam, but yes, that. So he's not sitting idle, he's doing something else, but he's also doing only one job at a time. It's not like he is sitting and toasting the bread and also doing the jam. No, the toaster is toasting the bread and he's doing the jam. So that's what single threaded means. Okay, JavaScript is single threaded. So it's going to do one thing at a time only. So that's something that we have understood, single threaded. Okay, asynchronous is also, I think, something we've understood. So this is what we're going to use. Now, moving on to async functions, what this is going to do is it's going to say that, this particular task may require some time. Okay, maybe it involves some interaction with the database or something like that. And that's why what you should do is that you don't sit idle, you do other things and wait for these tasks to be completed, and then you can come back. So how will it know when to come back? This is because async functions always return a promise. Okay, and they also allow the use of await. So await is used within async functions, and what await does is different from what async does. Async is basically kind of implementing asynchronous in asynchronicity, let's say, right? What await does is that await is like a pause button for the code within this function. What it is saying is that wait for this particular thing to happen and only then move forward to the next line. Because, for example, in this line we are hashing our password. Now this requires some mathematical computation, and it is a sort of time heavy task, let's say. So what it's saying is that wait for this to happen, wait for the hashed password to be saved in this particular variable, and only then move forward, because we are going to need this. Okay, so it prevents code from using data that hasn't arrived yet, right? Or else hashed password, we wouldn't know what it is, right? So that's what await does. Again, over here, it waits for the user to be saved in your database, and only then you can move forward and create your token and also give a response. So that's what await does. But what await also is, other than a pause button for the code within your function, okay, it is also a keep working button for everything else outside the function. Okay, so your server, for the rest of your server, it's like a keep working button. So this also maintains your asynchronicity. That's async and await. Okay, async is the asynchronous thing, await is like the pause plus keep working thing. All right, awesome. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much.